Look what I just picked up. So I've been waiting for this right here for a really long time, basically since they announced the M1 chip. Originally that came out in the MacBook Pro 13, the MacBook Air, and the Mac Mini. I did end up having to pick up the Mac Mini for about 6-7 months because my computer was just trash. It was slow as hell and I couldn't get any editing done. So working on the M1 so far has been amazing, and as soon as they announced these new chips in the M1 Pro and the M1 Max, I knew I had to pick up one of these machines. So originally I was gonna go with the base model MacBook Pro 14-inch, but I kind of caved last minute. So that 14-inch base model that I was ordering wasn't gonna come until November. And then I checked today and I saw that you can pick them up in store much faster, and I'm like, why not just pick that up? So I canceled that base model and I kind of did a little more of an upgrade. So let's talk about the specs that I went with here. Because I switched out of that base model, I went one step higher and I went with that 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and that 1 terabyte storage in the SSD. And the one thing that I was back and forth with when I was deciding on getting the base model originally is that SSD. 512 gigabytes seems like a lot, but it can go really quick. So let's take a look at these ports, and I'm gonna start on the left side here first. First things first, MagSafe charger is back. I've never had a MacBook without a MagSafe charger because the last MacBook I had was from 2011, and honestly that MagSafe charger was probably the best thing. We have some Thunderbolt 4 ports, and we have this updated headphone jack on the left side. Let's move over to the right side now, and this is where it gets serious. So they brought the HDMI port back. You have another Thunderbolt 4 port on the right side. And then my favorite part about this new laptop is they brought back the SD card reader. So we also have our cable here, the USB to MagSafe, but it's a braided cable, which is a lot better because I remember on my 2011 MacBook, that cable was wrecked instantly. As always, Apple's got the instructions and black Apple stickers this time. I honestly don't care for the Apple stickers. Everyone goes crazy for them. For some reason, when they're unboxing Macs or Apple products, it is cool that they are black this time, I guess because it's a Pro laptop, but don't care for it. So let's just set this aside for now. Because I did upgrade last minute to this M1 Pro with the 10-core CPU, I do end up getting the 96-watt charger brick, which enables fast charging. So that will be good. I'll be able to get 50% of my MacBook battery in 30 minutes. Having 50% 30 minutes, like I can literally just charge it up quick before I head out, and I'll have enough battery for the day most likely. Okay, so I'm gonna upload all of my programs that I use from Lightroom, Photoshop, Final Cut Pro, get them open, get some projects in there, test some stuff out, load some 4K footage, and we are gonna see how fast this chip really is, and if it is pro. I don't doubt it, but let's just get into it. So if you do like this video so far, make sure you go hit that subscribe button because I'm gonna be putting out a lot of videos in the next couple months, and I got some good stuff lined up, so yeah. I did find my old MacBook Pro. This right here, 2011 15-inch MacBook Pro, probably running like i5 or something because it's super old. But I just wanted to see what the difference was in like size and weight, because there's not much difference in screen size because this is a 15-inch screen, but with the smaller bezels on the 14-inch, it maximized that screen space. So like if you take a look, it's heavy. Like you're saving a lot of space and size and weight. Like people think that this thing is heavy, this new MacBook Pro 14, but if you hold one of these old MacBooks, this thing is a brick. It is huge, probably like close to 5 pounds. I wouldn't even be surprised. This is probably closer to the weight of the 16-inch MacBook Pros that just came out rather than this nice, sleek, tiny thing. I have some clips here on an SD card that I just dragged and dropped into Final Cut Pro, all 4K. It is only 8-bit, not 10-bit. I know this thing is destroying 10-bit, so I'm just assuming it's gonna handle this 8-bit footage with no problem. But either way, I'm gonna stack a bunch of different clips on top of each other. Still 4K, like 4K is no joke. And this is Sony, right? So you can't mess around with Sony 4K. No drop frames so far. Fan's not on, nothing's on. Pretty basic, simple test. Like, I'm not doing too much into this. I'm not a technical guy. Like, as long as it works and I can run something and play back while I'm editing, because I've had issues with past computers where I've tried playing back the clips on the timeline and it doesn't work. So I end up having to export to see what I have to fix because I can't do that smooth playback to see how it actually lines up. These are only my first impressions, right? So like, I'm not going too heavy and diving into what this thing can really do. In about a week, I'll probably come out with another video just to say how it's been treating me so far, maybe a day in a life, but so far, so good. I have no complaints, and 14-inch was definitely the way to go because having this on the go is really gonna help. I can just drop my files right away. Anyway, if you did like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up and a comment down below on what you would like to see in my next video. And if you want to see future videos of mine like the one that I previously mentioned, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know what I'm up to next. Besides Mac products, I do have a couple videos lined up that are gonna be pretty dope and I've been working on for a while. So if you hit that subscribe button, you will know when those videos come out. Anyway, that is it for me and I will see you next time. Take it easy. Peace. Oh wait, you can also follow me on my Instagram and other socials at 6cinema. I'm tweeting a lot more, so hit me up on my Twitter at 6cinema. Just everywhere 6cinema. All right, easy.